Hello everyone, welcome, my name's Untogether, welcome to this, another one of our Geoguessr challenges, where we try and find out where we are in the world. And where we are today is somewhere with a very clear sky, and very clean air that you can see an awfully long way. And maybe for once, we're not in the USA since we have white road markings and not yellow ones up the middle of the road. So what's this sign going to be? Okay, it's obviously somewhere where you can have a look over the lake. Now then, entree into D. Well, okay. Here's an interesting start for once. So I'm gonna. No, I can't come that way. I was gonna have a look at that van and see if there was going to be anything on there. So where are we? These vehicles look American. Canada, maybe? 175 south. How do they in Quebec, in places like that, number their roads? It could well be, perhaps, if there's a 117 and a 165, there's a 175, perhaps we're in the French part of Canada. So I don't think we're in Europe, just because of the vehicles. And I mean, this view doesn't... It just looks more Canadian than anything else. It certainly doesn't look European, which if they're talking French, south, 175 south, I think we're somewhere on this lake. Could we have just luckily found immediately where we are? Who knows? Let's cut the road a bit. 0 degrees. Let's cut the road a bit and let's just see. There was another... Oops. Brown sign back here. Let's see if that says anything. I did skip past him. Where's he gone? Jacques Cartier River. Is that big river here? Doesn't really name rivers. Jacques Cartier. So even if I come right in, I don't think it's this bridge because it's huge. That just borders it there, it doesn't cross. Because we're definitely on this 175. But we're not really crossing a river. But maybe we're going outside of it. Let's have a look and see. 128th kilometre of the road. Camp Set Ile. Okay. So we still have 175 north and south. But that doesn't really give us a huge amount of clues. So. QC is Quebec, obviously. Rue Jacques Cartier, Victoriaville. So presumably we're not going to be massively far away if there is somewhere called Victoriaville on the 175. It's a long old road, but then it's a big old country, I suppose. Camp Mercier. Do I see a sign for that? Stoneham, Cherbourg, and then we're down into Quebec itself. Let's go all the way up north then, the 175. But that's where that stops, so Victoriaville, well, it doesn't necessarily mean it's on this road, does it? I suppose it was just if we were going to be lucky and it was going to be here somewhere. So the question is, sorry, commercial vehicles. Gravity doesn't take brakes. Yeah, we gathered that. capital safety, but no clues as to where we are. So we found the road. We know we're in Quebec, but it's a big old road is the problem. So we have seen a river, the Jacques Cartier. But I can't really Rue Jacques Cartier, south. Jacques Cartier, north. So this river here. So presumably that river never really comes particularly close to the 175, does it? Unless that sweeps back around up here and perhaps up into here. Maybe the river crossing then is there? Is that a reach? So that's a Jacques Cartier lake, which we found. But this comes more of a lake, and this seems to be the river here. One more sign, let's have a look, and then we'll put a marker down. I think we can get relatively close. Yeah, that doesn't help. Okay, so I'm going to say that this is the Jacques Cartier River, this here, that runs up into the Jacques Cartier Lake, which is up here. If we go back to our start location, because that is, yeah, it's a relatively sized lake. It's pretty close to the road. And the road kind of sweeps around the bottom of it. I don't think that's big enough to be this lake though, because that does seem huge. It might be big enough to be one of these. Perhaps there. Maybe there. Do you know what, I'm going for that. So based on that lake, the way the road sweeps round, the fact that this lake is on this side as we're coming up, it's all close to these Jacques Cartier lakes and stuff. Let's go. Woohoo! Small applause for me. We worked that out based on that premise. So we were around this side, but we managed to find straight away Ontario. What am I talking about? Ontario. We managed to find Quebec straight away, or the state of Quebec at least. I recognised French Canada for what it was. I managed to get our marker down, and I'm pretty pleased with that as a guess. That's pretty darn good. 6,415 points. That is a great start, particularly as I like to go for 10,000 points. I like to think if you can go, Geoguessr drops you randomly 5 places, because quite often you end up like this on a road in the middle of nowhere. So 10,000 points on 5 guesses is pretty good, and we're not doing badly. Now, Fiscaliza Cal Electronica. Red soil. It usually means Australia. Here I think it means Brazil because of obviously that. I don't know what this is a warning sign for. That I don't know. 80k is our speed limit. I don't know what that's warning us against. So I think we're in Brazil. And they're obviously spraying the crops over there. We'll go up the road for a bit here and we'll see if we can't either confirm. Whoops, I keep blowing past big signs. Okay, now that's confused me. So Quito dos Lagos. Now Lagos is in West Africa. It's in Nigeria to be precise. A lot of people think it's the capital. It's not. Abuja is the capital of Nigeria. Lagos is down here on the coast. Now, would they have French signs? We've never been in Nigeria. We've never been in West Africa with Geoguessr, and this is, I don't know, the 30th one of these I've done, maybe more. We've never been up here. But Lagos doesn't sound like it would be the name of a town in Brazil, if you see what I mean. But it's going to have to be, because I'm assuming Nigeria, the predominant language in Nigeria would be English, it wouldn't be French. Okay, come on bus, give me a clue. Yeah, you're rural. Your speed control to 80k. Thanks. You get that sign? Ubata thermos. Man, that doesn't sound Portuguese, right? Oh man. Okay. Okay. I'm confused. I mean, this is not an unusual state of affairs for me. If you've been watching any more than one of these videos, you'll know that for a fact. But I tend to like these the best, where I get conflicting things that confuse me. See, all the language and everything, it looks Brazilian. I don't think it's West African. I don't think it's Nigerian. See, Curitiba, PR. Where would PR be? Where would that be? That'd be a district of Brazil. Oops. What's this sign going to tell us? Probably not a lot. That's that thing again. We've come a kilometre up the road because we were 500 metres the other side. See the vehicles. See, crosses by the side of the road doesn't help us. See, Brazil is a Catholic country. Nigeria is certainly Christian, in part. Muslim in the north, Christian in the south. Wow, it got dark. Oh, that's useful. Come around in the dark. That's not a help. You're not helping. Geoguessr, this is not assistance that we require. Why would you send your car out in the dark? Look, because there are lights, and also why? Why would you? What's... It's... Well, I've never seen this before, folks. I'm going to have to make a guess, I think, because obviously with it being dark, we're not going to get any more clues. So, let's have a rambling train of thought just for a moment. Yes, the sign said Lagos. It doesn't sound like a name that would be Brazilian. But I've got the language, I've got that red soil that we know, excuse me, comes, you know, partly in Brazil. We're going to risk it. I'm going to go Brazil. I'm going to say we're somewhere in the central northern part. I'm going to put a marker here because I can't really narrow it down. There's no... Oh, hang on. Now look. Remember we saw PR on that lorry, that wagon. We didn't know what it is. Well, PR is Paraná, a region in Brazil. So in fact then, why don't we drop a marker right in the middle of Paraná, and let's see if that helps us out. It did not, particularly, but hey, at least it wasn't in Nigeria. 663 away, 2,329 points. That's not bad, you know, for all that, given that we wound up in the dark after a while. Geoguessr. Never seen that before. Let's hope that doesn't happen too often. 2,329. At least we deduced that it was correctly deduced that it was Brazil, and we weren't thrown by that clue. Is there anywhere around here called Lagos? Just out of interest, it doesn't look like it, does there? I can't see anything. I can't see so no idea where Lagos would come from. Perhaps it means something in Portuguese. Who's to say? Anyway, on to number 3. And we're back in the USSA. I was going to go for a song reference and then realised most of the way through that it didn't work. Anything on the commercial vehicle to assist us? Not really, because the photo caught us halfway through. Okay, never mind that then. It's been digging up some clay by the look of it. So let's swap up the road and see if we can't see anything that will help us out. Wonder what my speed is when I'm clicking up the road here. We're rattling past things pretty quickly. 150, 160 miles an hour maybe? Don't know. Anything on this thing? Nothing that we're going to see that's going to help us out. So, long straight road. We will keep on going. My immediate thought is just kind of northern central USA, just because of the way that, you know, the greenery looks and that sort of thing. Edmondson, again, not a massive help to us. Oh, okay, I'm wrong, because that is the state of Texas. Because if you look at the shape of that, and then you see that, nowhere else does that. I've only ever seen these signs in Texas. Well, perhaps other states do it, and I've never seen it. But I've certainly seen them in Texas. So, farm roads. So, we're obviously in rural Texas. That's a big old place. I don't think we're going to see Edmondson. I think I'm going to have a distinct level of zoom to find Edmondson, which was the place that we saw a little while ago. I don't think we're going to be able to narrow that down. Let's just keep going here. At least we've narrowed it down to a state. We're not going to be hugely far away, although with Texas we could still be a good few hundred kilometres away, if not more. So let's just count the road here. We'll have a few more clicks to see if we can't get another clue, and if we can't, we may as well cut our losses and we'll just stick a marker down in rural Texas somewhere. Pink, not a colour I'd have chosen. And no, again, this road, just you can see it's just going to go on forever. So, where are we going to go? I'm going to go somewhere around here, somewhere near Sweetwater, and why not? He was always my favourite of the Harlem Globetrotters. So, let's make a guess for Texas. 280 away, yeah, I mean, it was always going to be 2,662 points. Where were we near? I mean, not really near anywhere, to be honest with you. Or not really near anywhere that was going to give us plain view is the Tulia, are the closest kind of settlements. And even then, you need a fair level of zoom just to see one of those. Still, not too bad. Managed to get that good clue. Okay. USA again, perhaps? The stream's very nice. Which way are we going to go? Because is that a twister down there? Or just a smudge on the camera? Who knows? Right, let's go up the road here. This is far more Geoguessr. Middle of nowhere with absolutely nothing. Not even a vehicle around. So the vehicle and the road markings confirm pretty much North America. So let's see if we can get anything of use. And I bet we probably don't. Wow. I think I've just answered my question. Are we going to get anything of use? Look at this road. No. Is the answer to that. big square expanse of absolutely zip. So if I've got to make a guess based on what I'm seeing here, wow, somewhere in the USA pretty much. And it looks like I might have to make a guess. Very nice bit of green there. Why is that so nice and green and all the rest of this so scrubby and horrible? Right. Oop, don't do that to me, because there is over here a sign, and unfortunately I'm going to have to try and look at it from here. I think that says Carson Ranch. So if they've got a ranch, see if we can see the sign perhaps from the other side. It says Marshall Place. I think it's Huffman Carson Ranch, but it's very difficult to see. If we've got a ranch, I'm going to reevaluate my guess to somewhere in the south. Heck, I might just go Texas again just for the heck of it, because an awful lot of these are Texas. No passing zone. Got to have some traffic on the road to pass. We've seen one car in all the way that I've spotted up here. It's a nice place though. It's got some. It's very attractive to look at. Great place to just take the dogs if you've got any. Let them run loose. Not on the road, obviously. And the green bit off the side. No, I don't think we're going to get anywhere else. So, on that one word ranch, I'm going to say we're in the south. I'm going to go Arizona, why not? Because of reasons. I want to go there in Arizona. Because we're in the USA somewhere. 1100 away, South Nebraska. Have ranch that far north? I suppose you could do. I don't really know. Again, looking at this road, I mean, no settlements. No clues, no nothing anywhere, just empty kind of mile after mile of nothing. Still 2,121 points. It's 13,500 points with a guess to go. Where are we now? Where would we be now? Where'd that lorry go? PepsiCo. Lay's. They make crisps, chips, I suppose, if you're American. They're called Walkers in the UK. They're certainly called Lay's in the US. But I don't know where else. But again, they've got the road signs in meters. Which means we're not in the US. I don't think we are anyway, because of the road markings. People are driving on the right. I'm confused. Okay, we need some road signs or something with a bit of language on it. Is that a big blue sign coming up? No, it's a load of buildings. That's no use. Okay. Cars and stuff look European more than North American, just on what I saw flashing past the other side. Oops. Going to carry on up the main road. Yeah, we are. No, got turned around. Oh. I think those are those blue buildings there that we went past, so I think we need to go up this way. T39. Who numbers their roads with T's? It's not South Africa, is it? No, maybe not. Okay, keep going. We will keep going. Keep jumping to the other side of the road and then jumping back again, just to try and make me ill. Now, a sign with some writing on it. Let's see. Ah, okay. So there we are. Certainly not South Africa. Let's go up here. So we're Russia, Kazakhstan, Ukraine. +7. trouble with Russia and the former Soviet states is it's obviously very difficult. Let's say Mokba. I think I've had Mokba before. But where was he? I can't see the other signs. Let's go up to the next sign, perhaps. Well, Moskva. Now, presumably, isn't that Moscow? And the M4. Here's the M4. It's the M4 towards Moscow. That doesn't come out the other side. So the M4 comes down this way. M4 yet to go. So tell me we could get close in Russia, because that would be insane. It's along our road though, this M4. Let's follow it down to its origins. That's a long road. Wow. Okay. So the M4 seems to start here. So Moskva and Mokba. So let's have a look for them as we come up the M4. And I'd assume to see those at this level of zoom, because they both seem to be quite big settlements. Now, I was really hoping to see Mokba, because Moscow, if that is Moscow, I mean, you would sign that, you know, from a long, long way away. It just tells people, yeah, you're heading generally the right direction for where you want to be. Okay, let's spot up just a little way. Okay, that's a job and a half. So what does this sign here say? Mokba 801. Wow. Okay. So if Mokba is 801, presumably kilometres away, that is, we can safely say, a long way away. So if we're going towards the M4, I've lost the M4 now, there it was. The M4 comes down here all the way. Difficult. Very difficult to say. So I think I'm going to make a guess, because I don't think I'm going to find much more. So we know the M4, and we know we're 800, well, we're guessing that we're 800 kilometres away from Moscow. And we think that we're coming onto the M4. So 800 kilometres is going to put us around here somewhere, I think. Just at a guess. On this M4, but I don't see any of these signs for it. You would think any of these places would be signed. We're 800 from Mokba, aren't we? And we never did find Mokba. Well, I'm going to place a mark anyway. I'm going to place one down in here. And we will see. Of course, if the M4 carries on up north past and perhaps goes over here, it might be over here somewhere. But let's have a look. 213 away. If we come out, yeah, perhaps if that's 200, yeah, we were about 800. Look, I just over egged the pudding. I went 1,000 away and not 800. So if we were here on that M4, well, we found the right road. We just kind of messed up. We just messed up the distances in terms of that. That's not too bad. 2,767 points for this round, and that will give us a total after our 5 guesses of 16,294. I'm pretty pleased with that. All those guesses weren't too bad. All right, the word ranch threw me on the on our 4th go there. We managed to deduce Brazil despite being thrown with a Lagos. Okay, the reasoning for that was sound. I just messed up a bit on the distances. I'm very, very lucky there. Well, not very lucky. We did well, particularly well, I think, to get that close in Quebec. So there we go, folks. Hope you enjoyed that one. My name's been on Together. Click like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more. There will always be more Geoguessr, and I will catch you guys for the next one.